this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we're gonna need a bigger boat. And Band-Aids. Lots of Band-Aids.
I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons.
Jaws. Ooh. I don't know about you, but when I saw that movie as a little kid, it scared the heck out of me. It scared the country. It actually scared the world. It's classic, and it still holds up well today. And the ending, so good.
At the end of the movie, Chief Brody is in a really tight spot. His last hope is the pressurized scuba tank hanging out of the monster's mouth. In a last-ditch effort, he takes aim with his rifle and turns the fearsome shark into chum. This is a bad fish. Swallow you whole. A little shaking, a little tenderizing. Down you go. Yes, folks, it's time for Terry's Knucklehead Science. Now, a normal scuba tank is filled to about 3,000 PSI of compressed air, pounds per square inch. It's a lot of pressure, but to give you an idea, a tire is 35 pounds per square inch. Have you ever seen a tire blow out? Pretty impressive, right? Not really. That's 35 PSI. We're talking 3,000 PSI. Now, I'm a Special Forces sniper as well as a scuba diving instructor, so for me, this is a big scene with big questions. The relative explosive power of a filled scuba tank is about 300 grams of TNT, or as Knucklehead likes to say it, a couple of hand grenades. And I'm pretty sure that that could kill a shark. This is not easy. For all you armchair marksmen, you need to consider some things. Iron sights, small moving target, very stressful conditions. Trust me when I tell you, this is not easy. But here's the real question for me. Would a filled scuba cylinder explode if it was struck and pierced by this .30-06 bullet? I've got my ideas, but I'm really curious also how they even pulled this scene off. Now, I know they didn't kill a real shark. And did I ever tell you I used to look like this guy? So I called my buddy, Andre Ellingson, supervisor of special effects for Criminal Minds, and I said, dude, how do they blow up that shark in the movie? And he said, you gotta go to see Richie Helmer, and that's about it. So, let's find out together what's going on.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Terry Schappert, and I don't know why I'm here.
I know why you're here. Come on in. Have a seat.
Thank you for letting me in your home.
Yeah.
And I see you got a lot of cool stuff, and because I'm so quick on the uptake, it's obvious you're in film and TV, aren't you?
Yeah, I worked on Jaws. I was in Martha's Vineyard 6 months.
You actually were on that film?
Yeah.
All right, so Jaws, I see you knew I was coming.
Yeah, I had a couple pictures here.
Can you show me some stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man, good.
Yeah.
That's sort of the iconic shark coming up and eating people on the boat and underwater too. All right, who's that dude with the fabulous hair?
That's me after being in and out of the water about 30 times.
And there's Robert Shaw about to meet his maker.
Robert Shaw, probably take 2.
Oh, that shark's mouth, though, still is so, like, nightmarish.
Gives you an idea how big it was.
What I really want to find out, too, from you, the final scene where, you know, Brody shoots the shark, shoots the cylinder, and it blows up. How did you guys pull that one off?
As far as I can remember, it was a couple sticks of dynamite.
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of blood bags and a whole bunch of guts. And we floated it in the water, and we blew it. Now, you put dynamite in the water,
yeah,
and you're going to get a nice big lift from it.
Right.
And that's what we got.
And so the next question is, do you think if someone was to make that shot, and I know it's a hard shot, man, because it's a moving target, you're on a mast, you're stressed out. If you made that shot and the bullet hit that tank, would it really blow up that way?
When we were doing that scene, I think us guys in the background were going, we don't think a bullet's going to go through that tank.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
You're in luck, Richie, because I'm going to actually do that experiment. I'm going to try to put this all together, get all the distances, calibers, steel tanks, all that.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, man, because in my line of work, you got to talk to the guys on the ground. And you can read books, you can look at pictures.
Yeah.
But today I got to talk to the dude on the ground, and that was you. Thanks for taking the time.
Larry.
Hey, Terry.
I knew you hoped I was gonna be gone, but I'm not. I'm back, and I have another quest.
What kind of crazy idea have you come up with now?
Mildly intimidating. Jaws, Brody shooting the scuba tank.
That's actually a pretty good one. Let me buzz you in.
I knew I'd hook you, kid. Good to see you, man.
You too.
Question, will it explode?
Well, before you can think about whether it's going to explode or not, you got to hit the darn thing.
Why does everybody keep acting like that's an impossibility?
I don't know, Terry. We're just trying to cover all the bases.
Is it gonna go or not? What do you think?
You got a moving target about the size of a salad plate.
Which is hard.
Right? Which is hard just from the get-go. I mean, he's shooting an M1 Garand 30-06 bullet. Definitely has enough energy. I mean, we're going to get, I don't know, 2,500 to 3,000 feet per second out of it. Average steel tank is about, a little less than a 1/4 inch thickness in the wall thickness. If it's an aluminum tank, it's probably 1/2 inch, but both capable of being punctured by a 30-06.
Enough chit-chat. Do you think it would explode or not?
Well, I think there's only one way to know for sure. We're gonna have to test it.
I was hoping you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
Don't go away, because we're gonna blow up a shark.
I'm at ISS, meeting with Larry Zanoff, their weapons master, about that iconic scene in Jaws where Chief Brody shoots the scuba tank in the shark's mouth, then it blows up. A lot of opinions on this. So, in true Hollywood weapons fashion, we're gonna...
You're not blowing up my shark, Terry.
We had an understanding.
Come on, man. In Jaws, the shark was actually a great white. It was like 25 feet long. It weighed 3 tons, and this shark is way too small. And besides, as you can already see, this shark is spoken for.
Nice, I get it, but what am I supposed to do?
We have a shark on the way. We've got an M1 Garand being prepped. We've got all the ammo on order, and we've got a scuba tank already pulled for you.
You guys really are. You guys are one-stop shopping.
Hey, man, we try our best. All you gotta do is figure out where we're gonna do this test.
I can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at the specs for the test again, come up with safety protocol, and I will catch up with you later.
I gotta get back to work.
Don't touch that!
All right, well, looks like my buddy Larry has things under control, and seriously, how cool was it to hang out with someone who actually worked on the set of Jaws? But now, I gotta find a place to do the test. Pretty sure the Coast Guard would not be cool with me blowing something up on the water, and a lake or pond ain't gonna cut it. I got the place. Desert, Arizona, Gunsight Academy. It's a mecca for civilian law enforcement, military shooters. If anybody can help me, those guys can. Text, Buzzkill, Larry. He's got the specs worked out. Come on, dude. I just got here. I'm never gonna get an even tan.
So here's the deal, right? This is not an easy setup. I mean, Brody, you know, he's on a mast, right? And he's hanging there precariously at 20 degrees. He's 4 to 6 feet off the water. The ocean's going up and down.
And in a realistic thing, too, if you're looking at Brody, he's scared out of his mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's something else. He's stressful conditions.
Not only is he scared of the shark, he's scared of water anyway, right? So he's terrified hanging onto this mast trying to shoot at this really small target that's coming at him. It's not an easy shot. Now, we only get one good glance at it in the movie.
How far? Like, I'm watching the movie now, and how far did it begin?
I mean, at a guesstimate, I'd say it's probably about 150 yards.
And by the way, that's not easy.
No, and the other problem is...
It's a moving target.
It's a moving target.
So he hits it on the 6th round, if I remember. How close do you think that was when he finally got it, you know?
I mean, you know, let's do the math here. If we guesstimate that the shark's going about 12 miles an hour, started out at 150 yards, you're looking at, what is that, 17 feet per second, so a total elapsed time of 16 seconds. You got 272 feet, so you're looking at about 90 yards closing distance.
You're a scary human computer with a deadpan delivery. I will tell you, I think at 60 yards, I could make it.
A lot of variables we have to figure out here before we're ready to test this, assuming, of course, you found a place to test it in the first place.
I know you're familiar with dry heat.
Yeah, I think the last time I experienced it was out at gun sight.
Big floppy hat, sunscreen, walk it off, champ. All right, now that we have everything we need, it's time for a little road trip to Arizona. So stay tuned, because I am Chief Martin Brody from Amity PD, and a serious public nuisance in the form of a shark is going down. Thanks to ISS, we have our shark, the tanks, the weapon, and ammo. While the crew works hard setting the scene, the shark is here, and I am super pumped about this test. But as always, safety first.
Okay, man, I think things are pretty much coming together.
The crew is great. I feel we're ready to go.
I think we are too. We have our weapon of choice here, of course, the M1 Garand. I mean, this thing, back in the day when you were a Marine, you had to qualify at 1,000 yards with nothing but iron sights with this.
No pressure, Schappert. Well, that's a workhorse, man. Everybody knows it. It's great to shoot.
It's a classic and definitely the right tool for the right job. However, I do have some safety concerns we should go over first.
All right, what do you got?
Well, here's the thing. If everything goes to plan, you're going to hit this target when it's about 60 yards away from you.
Yep.
At 60 yards, you're well within a danger zone of getting hit with shrapnel if the bottle does rupture in some way.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all. So what I'd like to propose here is we're going to split the test up into a couple different phases. Phase 1 is going to be starting out with an empty bottle. Everything else will be in play. We got a robotic tow rig here. The shark will be moving. You'll be on the mast. You'll get 6 shots out of this, but you'll be a lot safer, and then we'll see if the shot is even feasible. We'll go ahead, come down afterwards. We'll evaluate the hits, and depending upon what we find, we'll then move on to phase 2, which will be a compressed bottle.
Man, I defer to you in all these things.
As well you should.
And now it's my turn to tell you, the audience, don't try this at home, okay? I've got a really professional crew to make sure none of us get hurt, except him. He's gonna get hurt.
Okay, so the day's finally here.
Yeah.
We've got a shark, we've got a mast, we've got a zeroed rifle, we're all ready to go. Why don't you go ahead and get up into position?
Can you feel that, Larry? That's the ocean. All right.
So here's the drill. You've got 6 shots in the rifle. Shark is going to start moving towards you. That's the start position. You've got from there till the 60-yard line to make your 6 shots. Hopefully at least one of them will be a hit. We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, the weapon is hot. Let me know when you're in position.
Okay, hang on. All right.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Okay, go on the shark.
Thank you, Larry. You've been mildly supportive.
Let's go see what we did.
Well,
Oh, look at that.
I see some good news.
Definitely.
See, Larry, here's the thing. I always get a little bit of luck, but you gotta have faith, man. You gotta have faith.
You know, even a blind pig finds a truffle every now and then.
I don't know what that means. Okay, so I've got 3 solid ones here.
3 solid hits out of the string of 6, so
there's
you
actually
actually
another-
did better than Brody did.
Well, actually, and there's a 4th on.
there's a 4th deflecting
so,
shot right
okay,
there.
I'll take the. That's okay. So let's see what it did.
Look
if
at
it
that.
Went out the other side.
So no exit holes that we can see. You can still hear the projectiles rattling around
Yeah, that's
on
crazy.
the inside. So I think we've proven beyond a
Okay.
shadow of a doubt that the shot is achievable.
Okay, so the shot can be done, certainly by Chief Brody and by Terry Schappert. And we've also proven that that round can penetrate the tank. So what's next?
Well, now we're going to go to phase 2, and we're going to go to a full-size shark with a fully compressed tank inside of its mouth.
All right, my man, what do we got?
Obviously, we've moved back to the 300-yard line due to safety. We're shooting a pressurized tank. We want to make sure that the crew and cast are all safe.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot from 300 yards. We've jumped up light years as far as the weapon system goes. We've got an optic on it. We've got a bipod for you. We're eliminating all the variables as far as the shot itself, because all we care about right now is whether or not that bullet will actually rupture the tank.
Larry and I are putting Jaws to the test. Now, I've already proved that Brody could have made that shot, and now we're about to find out if the scuba tank can explode like it does in the movie.
Breath control, trigger control. Take your time.
It's totally glared out.
Good shot, man.
Woo! Oh, I was a little higher than I should have been.
Still a pretty good shot.
By the way, you're welcome, Larry, that I just saved your life from this fish.
Yeah, anyway, you can see here we punctured the bottom of the tank. And of course, the bottom of the tank is the thickest part of it.
Indeed.
But the jacket didn't even go through. We basically stripped the core, and that's what penetrated in, and then all the pressure just vented out.
So the question is, what would this have done to a, 3-4 ton shark?
Probably not very much. This is a fiberglass shark. We saw it spin around, but it's on wheels and it's fairly lightweight. The shark in Jaws is probably 2 or 3 tons worth of animal.
I mean, I get it, so what we've sort of proven is that this exact scenario, it wouldn't have been lethal.
This scenario probably wouldn't have worked the way it did in the movie.
Because in the movie, man, they just blew it sky high.
Well, it's movie magic. It's movie.
I'm kind of bummed we didn't blow it up.
Oh, you wanted to blow it up? I can blow it up if you want to blow it up.
Really?
Walk with me, my son.
You have my attention. All right, so we determined that shot could be made. Therefore, Chief Brody gets a lot of credit, because trust me, it wasn't easy. Larry and I also figured out it probably wouldn't have been lethal to the shark, and I didn't get the explosion I wanted. But Larry being Larry, he's got a trick up his sleeve. Buddy, read the sign, beach closed. This fish is bringing me down. Hey, tough guy, keep eating. It's your last meal. All right, Yoda, what do you got for me?
Blow up a shark, we will.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so my good friend Corey from Gunsight Academy has provided us with 1.5 pounds of a very, very impact-sensitive explosive compound. We've put it inside of a jar, wrapped it up in duct tape. The duct tape's red, by the way, so you should be able to see it.
Okay.
And it's placed right inside the mouth of the shark to the left of the tank.
So pretty much the same picture.
Pretty much the same sight picture.
Okay.
Take your time, load around in, take a deep breath, and we're gonna blow up a shark.
My man. Smile, you son of a...
And that, my friend, is how you blow up a shark.
All right, Larry, what did we learn today?
Well, I think we've proved probably about 50% of what we wanted to come out here and prove or disprove today. Having a scuba tank inside of a shark mouth, it's moving, you're 60 yards away on a mast with an M1 Garand.
It was challenging.
It was challenging, and could you make the shot, or could Brody make the shot? Yeah, we proved that you could.
Fair.
Is it gonna blow the tank up and explode a shark? Nah, that didn't happen this time. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen under different circumstances if the bullet had impacted a different part of the tank. But today, definitely, we did not blow up the shark with the scuba tank.
Well, we got to use guns, we got to prove some scientific stuff, and we got to do some cinema and blow up a shark. Thanks, bro.
You're very welcome.
Hot dogs, let's roast them.
Actually, I think I'm going to get a fire extinguisher first.
Right on. All right, this is time for me to thank my good friend Larry, my world-class crew, and Corey, the guys at Gunsight, for making this possible and also very safe. And I gotta say something else too. I'm a scuba instructor and I live by the ocean, so conservation is a passion of mine. When Peter Benchley wrote Jaws in the 70s, he had no idea the kind of slaughter that would start of these animals. And he spent his whole life trying to fix that problem. Remember, sharks are apex predators. We mess with them, we mess with the ecosystem, and we don't want to do that. So, if you're watching a TV show or a movie and you find yourself asking, can you really do that? Reach out to us at outdoorchannel.com Hollywood Weapons, and maybe we will put that scene to the test.
And that, my friend, is how you blow up a shark.